million are electric at this point. So there's still a long way to go for sustainable energy.
Ever wonder what it really takes to build a billion-dollar company from scratch? I'm not talking about fancy boardrooms or luxury office chairs. I mean sleeping on a couch in your own factory, wearing the same clothes for days, and pushing your limits until everyone else thinks you've lost your mind. That's exactly what Elon Musk did. He didn't just fund Tesla and SpaceX, he practically lived in them. In this video, we're breaking down the real grind behind the hype. No filters, no fluff, just 12 moments that show how Musk went from crashing on a couch to reshaping entire industries, including electric cars, space travel, and artificial intelligence. Stick around, you'll want to hear every piece of this wild journey. When people hear Elon Musk slept on a couch, they think it's a metaphor. It's not. He literally slept on a couch in Tesla's Fremont factory to stay close to the action. Why? Because Tesla was struggling to meet production goals and he refused to leave until things turned around. That ugly old couch became a symbol of obsession, not comfort. Musk didn't just want progress, he demanded it minute by minute. Sleeping in the factory wasn't about being dramatic. It was his way of showing his team he wasn't above the grind. And honestly, that level of commitment hits different when your CEO's working longer hours than anyone else on the floor. Before Tesla and SpaceX, there was PayPal, and Elon Musk's time there was anything but smooth. He founded XCOM, which eventually merged with Confinity to become PayPal, but soon after he was ousted as CEO while on vacation. It was brutal. Still, the sale of PayPal to eBay in 2002 gave him nearly $180 million. Most people would chill after that. Not Musk. He poured almost all of it into new ventures. That early experience taught him something critical. No one's gonna hand you control. You have to fight for it. And if you lose it, you come back harder. That fire he felt in the PayPal days, it never left. It only got louder. After the PayPal exit, Musk didn't retire to a beach or buy a sports team. He went all in on moonshot ideas, reusable rockets, electric cars, and clean energy. He founded SpaceX in 2002, invested in Tesla in 2004, and launched SolarCity in 2006. These weren't trendy picks. They were seen as ridiculous by most investors at the time. But Musk wasn't interested in safe. He wanted revolutionary. He took nearly all his PayPal money and dumped it into these companies, leaving himself nearly broke more than once. This wasn't just risky, it was almost reckless. But that's Musk's style. He bets on the impossible, then works 100-hour weeks to make sure it actually happens. By 2008, everything was collapsing. Tesla was running out of money. SpaceX had 3 rocket failures in a row. The global economy was crashing. Most people would have folded, but Musk went all in. He took the last $20 million he had and split it between Tesla and SpaceX to keep them alive. He was borrowing money to pay rent. No fancy office, no safety net. Just one guy betting everything on 2 companies everyone else had written off. Then, on Christmas Eve, SpaceX secured a $1.6 billion NASA contract. That deal saved the company and gave Tesla enough breathing room to survive. Musk's gamble paid off, but he had to walk through fire and sleep on couches to get there. Musk wasn't sleeping on that factory couch for show. It became his war room. At Tesla, especially during the production hell of the Model 3, he was putting in 120-hour weeks, sleeping under his desk or on a grimy old couch. He said he wanted to feel the pain his team was feeling, to be in the trenches, not watching from a tower. And his logic was simple. How can you ask your employees to push to the limit if you're not right there with them? That couch represented proximity.
Then there will be some eventual extinction event. I don't have an immediate doomsday prophecy, but
to the problems, to the people, to the mission. It wasn't healthy, sure, but it showed just how far he was willing to go to get Tesla through the storm. Musk openly talked about working 120-hour weeks during Tesla's toughest times. That's not just hard, it's nearly inhuman. He admitted it took a toll on his mental health and relationships, but in his mind, it was necessary. There were points where he said he didn't leave the factory for days. No weekends, no balance, just pure survival mode. For Musk, sleep was optional. Progress was not. He described it as excruciating, even saying he wouldn't wish it on anyone. But still, he did it. Again and again, because when Tesla was close to collapse, he believed his presence and intensity were the only things keeping it alive. That obsession almost broke him, but he wasn't backing off. Musk has a reputation for micromanaging everything, from engineering to supply chain logistics. Sleeping in the factory gave him constant access to every detail. He didn't just want updates, he wanted to see the bolts himself. This style drove some people crazy, but it also made things move fast. He'd jump into a problem at midnight, call meetings at 3 a.m., and personally approve design tweaks. It wasn't about ego, it was about urgency. Musk felt that if a bottleneck existed, it had to be crushed immediately. His approach wasn't scalable, but in the high-stakes world of manufacturing and innovation, it worked, even if it meant burning out everyone around him in the process. That couch wasn't just for Musk, it was a message. We're all in this together. By sacrificing comfort and sleeping at the factory, he created a culture of intense commitment. Some employees were inspired. Others felt pressured to match his impossible pace. But the core message stuck. This isn't just a job. It's a mission, and missions require sacrifice. Musk's presence made it clear that no one was too important to get their hands dirty. That kind of leadership can drive results, but it also comes with a cost: exhaustion, burnout, and high turnover. Still, there's no denying it. His personal sacrifice shaped Tesla's identity in its most critical years. Musk isn't just building cars and rockets, he's deeply invested in artificial intelligence. But unlike many tech leaders, he's cautious, even worried. He believes artificial intelligence could pose an existential risk if not handled carefully. That's why he helped start OpenAI in 2015.
But I think like a design improvement we should do is like really just the one robot should just pass it to the other robot.
To create responsible artificial intelligence development, ironically, he later distanced himself from it, saying he didn't agree with its direction. He's also launched projects like Neuralink, blending brain-computer interfaces with artificial intelligence. For Musk, the future is amazing but dangerous. He wants to be part of shaping it, not just watching from the sidelines. His belief in pushing boundaries applies here too, even if it means sleeping less and thinking more. It's tempting to think Musk built everything himself. The couch sleeping legend feeds into that idea. But in reality, Tesla and SpaceX were built by massive teams of engineers, designers, and problem solvers. Musk was the engine, but he wasn't the whole car. Great leaders attract great talent, and Musk knew how to find people who could execute fast. Still, he often took the spotlight, sometimes downplaying others' contributions. The truth is, no one builds an empire alone. Not even someone sleeping in their office 7 days a week. His work ethic set the tone, but the results, those came from an army of relentless thinkers willing to chase the same impossible dreams. Let's be real, not everyone's a fan. Musk's intensity has led to lawsuits, safety complaints, and endless Twitter drama. Sleeping in the factory doesn't erase the criticism. Tesla's factory conditions have come under fire. His management style is seen by some as toxic, and his public statements, often chaotic. But here's the thing: you don't disrupt 5 industries by playing it safe. Musk pushes hard, takes big risks, and sometimes crashes. But even his worst moments, like almost losing Tesla, feed the legend. The same couch that symbolized commitment also raised questions. Is this brilliance or burnout? For Musk, the answer might be both. Today, Musk is the world's richest man, but he still claims to sleep on couches, not because he has to, but because that's just how he works. The same habits that kept Tesla and SpaceX alive are still part of his routine. He doesn't lead like a traditional CEO. He doesn't unplug. He doesn't slow down. Whether it's building tunnels, launching satellites, or pushing the boundaries of artificial intelligence, Musk stays in the grind. That couch, it's now a symbol of how far he's willing to go, not for comfort, for impact. And love him or hate him, there's no denying Elon Musk built an empire, one night on a couch at a time. So, what does sleeping on a couch really mean when you're building a billion-dollar empire? For Elon Musk, it meant showing up, digging in, and refusing to leave the battlefield. He didn't build companies from a corner office. He built them from the floor, with no sleep, no backup plan, and no fear of failure. That kind of drive leaves a mark, not just on the industries he touched, but on how we define leadership, sacrifice, and ambition. If this story fired you up, hit like, drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more behind the scenes breakdowns like this one. Thanks for watching, and remember, big things start where comfort ends.